Wow. Wow. Holy crap. Hey, it's Francis. And I just got this thing. I can't even, the cable's kind of got it stuck. It's a Meris Mercury 7, and damn, does it sound like cool as hell. Just a glorious, glorious reverb, and other delightful effect unit. Hey Colin, how's it going? Yeah, the reverb is hype. It is so good. And you're getting a new keyboard tomorrow. That's awesome. What kind of keyboard are you getting? Hopefully one of these, right? Dang. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this. This is like, I had to stop myself, like pry myself away from that so I could start the actual stream portion of this, because I could have just kept playing that for hours. And what I plan to do today is to create a song with it. You're getting a Yamaha PSR EW310. I don't know that one. Google search Yamaha PSR. What was it? 310? 310. EW310. Do I recognize it? Do I recognize it? Oh, it's like a workstation keyboard. That's a beast. Cool. Image search. Huh, portable. This doesn't look very portable, but this stuff isn't portable either. Cool. Oh man, it's gonna be fun. It's nice to get yourself, like, peel yourself away from the DAW, and play something on an actual keyboard, which is what I'm mostly going to be doing today. But full disclosure, we're recording into Reaper just because I don't have a better way of doing my voiceover. I could show you the difference between the Reaper version and the not Reaper version, but the not Reaper version sounds like this, which is really kind of terrible, right? It just like doesn't even work. So I'm doing that processing in Reaper, and that's why I have Reaper open. That, and it's easier than a tape machine. And strings, bagpipes, pan flutes, pads, Midi controller capabilities. Yep, all that stuff is fantastic. And yeah, the Midi control capabilities. It'll be a good, what do you call it? Master controller is what people call it, right? Master controller. Kind of like what I've got here. Just something to put in your like studio space. With which to make music, control stuff. Anyway, and worried the thread on Facebook was read as synths when I was asking more about keyboards. Oh yeah, there's a huge difference between like keybeds and keyboards that do stuff and actual synthesizers. Yeah, synthesizers don't necessarily have keyboards, and keyboards don't necessarily have synthesizers. I have to make a conscious effort to pronounce words correctly. I don't know if anyone notices that, but it's my greatest achievement in life is being able to speak in a clear way. I was in speech therapy as a kid, and lots and lots of practice have led me to the place where you can sort of understand what I say most of the time. So let's get started. Let me just make some parts. I'll try recording a few things, see what I like. You'll notice that I have Mercury 7 and Drytron. I have an XLR cable coming out the back of this bad boy, and that sounds like this. Dry signal, and this is the Mercury 7. So I'm basically, I guess, doing synthy stuff using the Mellotron samples as the source material. And my idea is that I can, if I get a really good take, I can process the take with the Mercury 7. If I like cut off the trails by accident in the recording, or if I decide I want less reverb on it, I can take that take and run it back through. And the cool thing, the Mercury 7 has a feature that all pedals need to have, which is dry bypass, which bypasses the dry signal, so you can use it on a send. So I can essentially use that as like a plugin on Reaper if I plug it in differently. I don't have it set up for that right now. It's just going straight out the Mellotron right now. But I could use it as an effect insert on anything like a vocal or something. And Venar666 says, how do you connect a MIDI controller, MIDI keyboard to a pedal? I am not using a MIDI keyboard right now. This is a sampler, essentially. So I'm actually running samplers out into audio into the Mercury 7, and then that into whatever it's called, the land of opportunity, Reaper, this stuff. However, Venar666, you can sort of do that, and let me show you how real quick, because it's pretty cool, and I have another reverb pedal set up for that. So I will make a MIDI track, and this is the track. And I can take this and send it out. I don't have this set up as an insert, but overhead scene. This right here is something that I should be able to send stuff to. So let me just see if I can figure it out. I think that's like input. I don't remember where it is. I should have made a preset track for it. And what I can do is send the audio from this out through, I think it's 3.4. This is the wrong one. There it is. And if I take the master send, now I can like record this and so forth. So that's how you would do it with MIDI. Essentially, you have to convert it to audio first. And it's a really good question. I wondered that for years and finally just sat down and actually, I think I figured it out by myself. I didn't, for some reason, I didn't look up tutorials for it. Always look up tutorials first. But I'm not going to use that today for the stream. Yeah, the Volante is so good, John. I am actually pretty impressed by the Mercury 7, giving the Volante a run for its money as a reverb. However, the Volante just sort of has a spring reverb sim, which is totally different cup of tea. And the Volante is mostly cool as a delay. It's got stereo ping pong. It's got all kinds of delightful, echo rec isms. So, let's see. Hey, Gnarly Coyote. Hey, everyone. Oh, wow, there's so many people in here. Cool. Hi, everyone. And Gnarly Coyote. Dawes are the land of opportunity. I just thought of that right now. I'm proud of myself. I thought that was a good little joke. It's not a joke. Make sure to like the stream. Thank you, Colin. Yeah, it's a good idea. I like it when people like the stream because it makes more people see it and it makes more people come and it's more fun. And Venar666, no problem. That's what I am here for. I have a video where I go into more detail about setting that up, but basically you just need an audio interface that has ins and outs. So I'm sending outputs, which is, I think it was 3 and 4, and that goes into the input of the pedal, and then the output of the pedal goes back into the interface. So I'm actually using 2 inputs and 2 outputs for it, which is a fucking nightmare if you've only got like a 2 in, 2 out interface. But at the same time, I was just using MIDI for the source audio, so that would still be sufficient to use a pedal with a MIDI track. But it would be more like one pedal at a time or the whole pedal chain, like take it or leave it. You can actually use like a patch bay to take each pedal separately, which is really cool. Some people do that. I don't have that set up yet, but I imagine I probably will. Like 10 years from now, like if I keep doing the stuff that I'm doing, I'm sure I'll get there. I'll probably either get there or switch to like a laptop and not ever use hardware again. And John, yeah, Night Sky. I thought about Night Sky when I was looking into these. I ended up going with Mercury 7. I think you were on that thread on Facebook. Anyway, this is where I'm starting. Let's just make something that works. That's such a great sound. I'm just going to record that for a little bit and see what happens. how's that for an intro? I'm just checking the metering here. Those reverbs have really long tails, so I don't want to cut them off by accident. But I like the idea there of doing an intro that sort of isn't in time with anything, just kind of a ambient thing. Maybe I'll throw in another layer of something else, but just a quick improv. I think all of that sounded pretty cool. If any of it didn't, we can go back and edit it or re-record it. But I think I want something that's a little bit more coherent after that. Maybe something that's metered. I might even do it with a metronome. We'll see. Hey, Infected. Colin says, question before I go to bed. If I have a boombox with an input and record capability, would running a keyboard through pedals directly into said boombox allow me to record straight to tape? I don't see why not. It might sound like garbage. It might sound like garbage in a good way. I actually don't know. I think that seems like, I don't see why it wouldn't work. And recording to a cassette tape and recording to tape are pretty different in the eyes of a lot of audio people, especially on a boombox. Like the preamps and stuff like that might be affecting the sound in a negative way. So yeah, I would experiment with it. Absolutely. I wouldn't go buy one for the said purpose of doing that. I think that might be a mistake or a waste of time, because there's a good chance that it won't sound good. But if you have some money to burn in some time to experiment, then go for it. If you already have one lying around, why haven't you? I mean, sorry. If you have one lying around, why haven't you tried it yet? Go do it. Empty. Anyway. And John says Mellotron could be a killer drone album name. True. Can you change the hardware not to cut at 8 seconds like the original tapes, or is that kind of built in? It's built in. It's a sampler. It samples. If you want it to go longer than 8 seconds, you just record it and resample it, and you set the sample to loopable. It's not really I think it's more of a benefit than a drawback, honestly. Like, it sort of forces you to use it as a Mellotron instead of using it as like a space drone. And honestly, as a space drone, you just resample Mellotrons. The reason I'm playing some of these notes longer than 8 seconds is there is a tape speed. So, oh, that's off. If I do this, that's going to last like probably 30 seconds. It's like a quarter speed right now. So it's like pretty cool, right? But if I go like this, it'll just stop almost right away. Well, not right away, because it's still like 4 seconds, right? So yeah, that's built in, but I think it's cool because it makes you move around more. It inspires you. It makes it feel like it's its own instrument. Like, would people play guitar the same way if the strings rang out forever? I think the answer is just like a resounding no to that. Like, you hear how people play when they use pedals that cause that to, or something very similar to it to happen. And the music that you make when you're in that situation is very different, I think. So it's important to recognize how limitations of an instrument inspire different music. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about Mellotron. And they're not all 8 seconds. These digital Mellotrons have tapes from a few different eras of Mellotron, and some eras had different length. I think some were 9, some were 7. I don't know off the top of my head. But it's probably like a Google search away. And what do we got here? Fair enough. Wait, Colin, you have one you haven't tried yet? Go do it. Do it tomorrow. Tell us how it goes. And thinking about this for weeks. Inconvenient times. Damn it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and the John, I assume you're talking about the tape speed change. Yeah, it's pretty glorious. But yeah, the boombox thing. Try running the boombox out into itself. Take the noise, the electrical noise, and record it into the tape, and put a guitar pedal in between, make some ambient music. Really all kinds of wonderful stuff you can do. You can make a whole song out of a sample of one note, which we should probably try doing for another part. I'm going to choose a different tape set. We could do just a piano. Oops, that's the wrong one. Mellotron piano, pretty cool. Infected asks, have I ever played Animal Crossing? Yeah, I have. I don't own a Switch, so I don't have my own island, but I've definitely like gone to my friend's house and like ignored my friend. Oh, this is your island? Show me around. And played Animal Crossing for like 2 hours before. I've done that a couple of times. I really like the game. One of those things dangerous for me to have it, but enjoyable when I play it. Let's use this Mellotron piano. I think the Mellotron piano is beautiful. And Mercury 7. Let's do this. It's just like, it just makes everything cool. So I think I left off on an F. Yeah, and I think here I want a metered part to start. And let's just go for it. What do I need? I need tempo. For some reason, I play better when I'm playing along with with drums. Track. Insert track from track template. Let's do Yagashura drum machine. This is just a great one. And Mugdred, yeah, the Mercury 7's amazing. I have it on swell mode right now. It also works as like a reverb with 2 modes. Sort of a normal reverb, sort of a wild reverb, and reverb that cuts off the attack. Just like so much you can do with that. It's amazing. And yeah, Infected. Animal Crossing soundtrack is amazing. A lot of those game soundtracks use like they'll do stuff to make the soundtrack really like efficient sometimes. I don't think a lot of newer games do it. They'll probably use like a .wave or even a .mp3 for like a mobile game, something like that. But in the old days, they would actually have like the game would function as a sequencer and control the sound chip of the console or computer and use like general MIDI sounds. And you can make like the game soundtrack like 12 kilobytes or something by making it essentially like a text document. It's fucking cool. Gnarl says, sounds like the wailing sounds of the underworld. Yeah, it's just like... I should totally do that, like the screams changing pitch. And Infected ended up remaking one of the songs. That's awesome. And all the effects are coming from that one pedal. Yeah. The dry sound again is this. And then the pedal on is this. And obviously I'm playing differently once the pedal's on. Holding the notes longer. I'm using the pitch control to do stuff like that. The pedal does have a pitch vector, so it's pitching down over time. You can set that to do other stuff too. Like octave up, fifth, octave down. That one's cool. And then I have it on pitch down over time, and it's pretty sick. And John's heading off to bed. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. And Dakota says, I love your videos. You're making great stuff. Very helpful. Fun as hell. Have a delightful night in your dungeon. I am going to do that. I'm stalling right now, trying to come up with an idea, if you're wondering why I'm talking so much. Pick a tempo. Someone give me a tempo. I'm going to pick 98 for now. We'll just see how 98 feels. You know what? Let's make the metronome louder. This is only for me, don't worry. You won't get bombarded by metronome. Okay. I can kind of live with that. It's a little fast. Yeah, I'm just going to go for it. In fact, it says 86 BPM. We're doing 86 BPM. Let's do it. I'm going to have those squeals come in earlier. Just building up a chord progression here. I might loop this in the interest of time. Yeah, that's probably going to have to be a loop. Otherwise, I'll be here all night. Sometimes I get really, what's the word? Combative with myself. And I like feel like I have to record every sound differently. Like if I'm sampling something, the sample can only be used once. Don't be like that. I don't know why I do that to myself. And yeah, dark and haunting. These sounds are awesome. I agree. I'm amazed with, like, this thing is so inspiring. I bought it because I was like, shit, I need a really powerful reverb to go with the Deckard Stream that's coming in the mail soon. And this is the one I got, and I was like, whoa, this with the Mellotron is amazing. So there we go. Yeah, get yourself a reverb pedal if you want. This one's almost like a synth. It's kind of its own beast. And yeah, reverb pedals are cool, but reverb plugins are usually cooler, to be honest. I got this so I could have reverb at shows. I'm probably not going to use it that much on recordings, to be perfectly honest. Just it's not my main thing unless I'm doing ambient music, which I do sometimes. So this will be probably like a main staple of my live sets, but I'm getting asked to play shows again. Like, hey, can you do a show in July or August? Like, holy shit, we have concerts again? Do I even want to leave my house? We'll see what happens. In fact, you did the same with sample. That's funny. And Mugshot has a Donner reverb. I don't know that one. Is that a pedal or is that a plugin? And Jotun's 725 says, you're getting a Deckard's Dream. Yeah, I am. I have been looking for a synth that takes poly aftertouch really nicely because I want to pair it with the Mellotron, because the Mellotron's keyboard can send poly aftertouch via Midi, which is very rare overall, and it's rare for synths to gobble that up and do stuff with it. A lot of them do, but Deckard's Dream has like 9 front panel controls dedicated to it, so it's like ideal. And I've wanted one for years. I've been drooling over it for years, and it's just like, oh, it's too expensive, I can't buy it. And then I just thought to myself, I almost died last year. I'm just gonna spend the money. Fuck it. What else am I gonna do? Like, go to bars? Like, I didn't go to any bars for like a year. So like I had, whatever, $3,000 from not going out to drink with friends for a whole year, not buying concert tickets. So Deckard's Dream is what we have to show for the pandemic. Whatever it takes to stay sane. Okay, the pedal, cheap brand on Amazon. Oh, Amazon, that reminds me. I hate shopping on Amazon, but it's so convenient when someone buys you an Amazon gift card for a gift. And yeah. Anyway, that's the preface. Because I don't ever shop on Amazon, but people always buy you Amazon gift cards when they want to be nice. And I'm doing an unboxing video. And it's an Amazon box. So that's my thing that I had to say, because I didn't pay for this, is all I'm saying. I didn't support Amazon. Someone else supported Amazon on my behalf and gave me the profits of it. Let's see what's in the box. I'm going to try to have an unboxing video every live stream, and it's going to be pretty hard because I don't buy that much stuff. But I've been spacing it out and leaving my boxes of stuff that I do buy on the the desk. Can I zoom in on this? There's not an easy zoom in, whatever. Let's see what I got. Holy shit, this book is huge. This is Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin. The Books of Earthsea. It's it's the Charles Vess illustrated version of. Let me show you this. This is just unbelievably cool. Also, I get that it's really fucking ironic to get an Amazon package with an Ursula K. Le Guin book in it. But again, like I said, I didn't. It wasn't my money. Anyway, that'll keep me busy for a long time. I'll see you all later. No, I'm gonna finish this music. But I'm pretty excited about that. That's actually a much cooler package than I expected it to be. Does it have like a built-in? It's got one of those built-in bookmarks. The streaky boys, whatever you call them. And yeah, that's if you don't know Ursula K. Le Guin, incredible author. Just read all of her books. I haven't done that yet, but I bought these because I haven't read that whole series, and I grew up with the series. And recently, she died a few years ago, and I found out that she wrote more books. Like, she had like a 17, 20-year hiatus or something in the series, and wrote more books in the series later in her life. So, Flogston says, wants that a soldering kit sent to me by Amazon by accident. It's always good getting in the accident ones. And Colin tried the Boombox Studio instead of going to bed. Fucking hype. And Lamentic Villains. And half 4 a.m. here in Ireland. Excited to hear the synth. Sorry, let me play it back for you. I'll play back what I've got so far. And I'll keep talking over that. I'm going through the chat. Gotta go record my new preset demo after the new keyboard tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, I can't wait to hear that, the new keyboard. And in fact, it says you can do a lot with the soldering kit. Yeah, you can build all kinds of shit. I was building a synth module for a while, but I got overwhelmed. Overload. And Fluxon says, use it to fix the guitar. Yeah, that's really all I solder anymore. I just fix guitars. I have all these old guitars and I just have to repair the input jacks periodically. And Infected says I'll have to check her out. I've been trying to get back into reading, but just reading manga. I've just been reading manga too, to be honest. Like, honestly, like, this is just as good as manga because it's illustrated by Charles Vess, who's like god tier. Let me see if I can find the illustrations. There's not that many of them, unfortunately, but they're cool. Yeah. Anyway, the Earthsea books, strongly recommended. Go read those. That's a good place to start if you like fantasy sci-fi type stuff. Colin says, "Fuck you, Francis. I crave sleep." Me too. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm gonna try bringing in this dry signal as well. See how that feels. It's too loud. Turning it back off. And Lamentic Villain says, "Very 2001." Yeah, it's very like bizarre ambient. 2001 is, what's his face? Is that Yanis Xenakis? Did he do that? No, he did Hemispheres. Oh yeah, he's the one. Okay. Xenakis was the guy that was supposed to do 2001. And they changed his score at the last minute. Atmospheres, I think, is the piece of music. Look that one up, Atmospheres. It's really cool. And Flagstone says, you got an oscilloscope kit that you're afraid to start. I was building, my friend Frederick has a sequencer module that he designed, and he sent me a kit for it. Look him up, Frederick Farnstrom on YouTube. He's got like a lot of really cool, well, not a lot. He's got a few really cool modular synth jams that are, his modular system is homemade. Like every module in it he designed. Not only like built it, but literally designed it. He's like an engineer. Really cool shit. And Amugdred, down to Crypt Top collab. Oh yeah. Colin hit me up asking who Mugdred was recently. And now you're both in chat together. That's awesome. Lowry Micro Genie I'm not familiar with. And Infected is asking if it's a Midi pedal. Your Melodics, my drums. Okay. This is great. I love it. I love seeing collaborations happen in chat. I hope this works out. But until it does, I want this 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm gonna loop this much of it. This is gonna be kind of weird. Okay, that's what we got, and we're gonna make a wild melody sound off of this Mercury 7 down here. I made that drum machine too. I got sidetracked. Okay, I wish I had a camera over the top of this. I'm going to try using the other settings. I switched to the plate reverb mode on this, and I turned off the attack, the slow attack. So I want to just jam with this for a minute and see how it feels. I might actually put a drum sequence in as a temporary, like a little bit of a placeholder. Just because I don't trust myself to play in time with just a metronome. Let's see if this is even going to work. This is just to help me better play in time. That will be fine. We will tolerate it. I will filter it. I will loop it. And let's see here. I'll just use ReQ. Give it a little bit of a mega lo-fi feel. Too much, right? Okay, that'll help me play in time. Oh my god, this chat is blowing up. What's up, y'all? It's all about collabs and slightly Halo. Halo meets Silent Hill in space. Silent Hill, that's like early Omnisphere. If anyone knows what Omnisphere is, I feel like Silent Hill is like the best example of classic Omnisphere patches. Halo is like, I associate that with Steve Vai. I think Steve Vai was the guitar player that played on the Halo soundtrack, I think. And the bells. Yeah, unbelievable. Cool. And Micro Granny? I don't know what Micro Granny is. Cool. Nice. Okay, I'll see you later, Colin. Have a good night. Enjoy your few hours of sleep. Get up early for work. Have fun. I'm going to just shred on this right now. I guess I started on a B right there. So shredding in B. B something. Yeah. Oh my god. I didn't think this through at all, did I? You know what? I want to do this differently. I'm going to have the loop happen here. This is a better loop. What I'm noticing here is that I had the chord progression mixed up in my head, and this is a little bit closer to what I was imagining. So this starts on a C. Cool. You should do a dotted quarter note rhythm with the bells. Maybe. I'll try it. And Lamenting Villain says, I'm gonna press the bell. I'm gonna kill you all. There it is. Let's try this again. Okay, that was kind of cool, I guess. And What do we got here? Will, hey, welcome to the chat, Will. Will says, what's the absolute first step to trying to create dungeon synth or something similar? Piano keyboard first or software? That's a really good question. I promise I'm telling the truth. I was thinking about this earlier today. You know what I'm going to do here is I'm going to mute my drums and play this back from the beginning to see if I like it without the drums. But I want to talk about this subject for a second since it was asked about. And because I was thinking about it earlier today. So I have always sort of had strong opinions about this stuff. And I've been realizing, like, I think I get defensive about my opinions. And I'm starting to realize that maybe other people are right. And then I start realizing once I think about that maybe I'm right also. And other people being right and me being right about this stuff aren't really like mutually exclusive. And I guess the problem is that I was a musician for years before I even considered the possibility of recording myself. These days, like there's so much incredible free software for recording music and making music in a computer that almost everyone starts out experiencing like something like GarageBand before they ever even learn how to play an instrument, which I think is fantastic. And it seems like the better way to go from my perspective. But at the end of the day, I can't have an opinion on that because I played clarinet, and then I played guitar for years, and then I played keyboards, and I played mandolin, and I played all of these instruments, like even like drums at a beginning level, bass guitar. I probably like had experience with 5 instruments before I ever even considered the possibility of recording myself. I used to, my friend would record us on GarageBand. He had it. I had no idea how to work it. I would sort of watch over his shoulder sometimes. And when I was in college, I bought Pro Tools. I had been using Audacity a little bit to record ideas, but I didn't think of it as like a recording process. Like it was just to store the ideas to record somewhere else. And probably something like 2010, 2011, I started recording an album for the first time with my own, like I was the engineer recording it. And that was like the first step towards like being, holy shit, this is the way to do it. This is so much better. And these days it's like, there isn't really a barrier to entry. You can just start recording, and it seems like you should just do it in tandem. Like start learning keyboard as a part of learning to make your own album, or start learning another instrument and sampling it. I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do it, but I think that maybe just do both as you have access to them. Let's see if anyone else saying stuff in here. Flogston says, get a cheap MIDI USB keyboard, start with both at the same time. Yeah, I think that seems like a pretty good way of doing it. And yeah, I like the idea of doing both at the same time. If you can find the thing that's fun for you. That's really the way to do it, is if there's a piece of it that makes you happy, that you can get obsessed with, that's the way to start. I think, well, geez, that ended really abruptly, didn't it? Geez. Let's loop this part, see how it feels. I'm going to play it with the drums this time to see if I like it more. Humanized. Accidentally bought a DAW. What do you mean accidentally bought a DAW? That's funny. Unlimited Villain says, slightly religious horror. Really good. Please make 4 hours worth of it. Oh, geez. I'm going to do an EP, actually. I'm going to do a series of videos on making music with a setup like this, where we're sort of ignoring and shunning MIDI, because I do a lot of my music without MIDI, and all my videos have MIDI in them. So just sort of like, here's how I actually do stuff when I'm doing it my way. It just takes a lot longer, so the videos might be longer. They might be less clear because you can't see the notes on the screen, but I think I owe it to everyone to do a video on that, or a series at least. Vinar says, which EP music am I the most proud of? It's a good question. I like Story from Another Time. I like the King GORM album. I like Old Man Wizard, Blame It All on Sorcery. I really like the songs on that. A couple of the Dread Crew songs. I really like a song called Petty Theft. I think that one's really good. It's sort of almost musical theater-ish. I really like Someone Else's Journey. It's the one that I did on Reaper stock plugins. But let's see here. And Infected says, yeah, in the same way, I started playing piano and drums at a really young age. And it's, yeah, I think it's easier if you know how to play something in that way. Like, the other stuff comes naturally, but if you know how to use a DAW and make electronic music, then playing an instrument will be easier too. It's about developing your ear and developing an interest for music. I think the biggest thing that helps is, as harsh as it is to say, is being exposed to music as a kid in a positive way. Like, if you listen to music at a young age and in a place where you got to enjoy it without being judged for it, that interest in music is what will make you good at playing music later on. I got that through computer games personally. So that's like, it is what it is, right? The SimCity 2000 soundtrack on repeat, Prince of Persia, Castlevania, Final Fantasy games, all this stuff where music was just like a huge part of it, and the music was just playing while you were having a blast and enjoying yourself. Like, it made it really easy to get into rock bands and stuff like that later. Bands like, as silly as they are, like Blink-182, when I was like in middle school, was just like, these guys are just getting naked and playing rock and roll. This is awesome. Looking back, I don't ever find myself listening to the music, but the fact that they made it fun and made you feel good about listening to music that wasn't like pretentious or academic in any way was, inspiring. It's just like, oh, I don't have to be good at it to do it, to have fun with it. So all that stuff helps a lot. And Will says, really appreciate the thorough response. If you know a tiny bit of piano, I say record yourself playing the piano and see if you like it. If it doesn't sound cool, play something else and see if that sounds cool. And try to figure out if it sounds cool when you hear it in front of you, but it doesn't sound cool in the recording. You put the laptop or your phone in a different spot and see if that changes the sound. It's all about experimentation. And Lamentic Villain says, continually make music and learn the aspect as you go, mixing, mastering, everything, learn it all. Yeah, I say just keep on learning. I agree with that completely. You gotta find the things that make it fun for you and do the things that are fun. You're not gonna practice if practicing isn't fun. You'll do it a little bit, but you'll lose track of it. I've never gotten good at anything that wasn't fun for me. And Flogston Impulse bought something after a couple of beers on a Steam sale. I bought Wingspan the other day. It was on sale, $13. Bird watching card game. Oh, it's such a good game, but I actually like the tabletop version more. It's like a digital version that I got on Steam. Sonar X3. I don't think I know that one. Anyway, let's throw some more stuff on this. I'm going to jump back over to my normal Reaper scene. I'm starting to think that I want to add this other instrument back in. And let's just see how this feels. kind of cool. Oh, lol. Okay, we're doing this. We're gonna leave this running for a little bit. Slice that out. Loop that around, and I'm gonna just bring in these wild strings up here. And Flogston says, "You got Wingspan? Let's play a game of Wingspan." I didn't think other people had that game. Like any game where the online play element is like, join our Discord to find people to play with. It's like, oh god, this is a really small time game. They don't even have like matchmaking. It's just like, find someone to play with in Discord. Let's hope they're not toxic. Here we go. Yeah. How is that? I think I'm into it. I think I like that. Okay. Okay. Your Flogston says my wife is an avid bird watcher. That's awesome. Well, let me just say that's a really good game, first of all. Like, as a sort of a game connoisseur, that like I'm the kind of person that will like if you feed me a couple of drinks at a party, I'll spend like 6 hours like info dumping on why Settlers of Catan is a terrible game and why you should play like Machi Koro instead. But let's not get started there, because I will go there. But yeah, I'm like into like game theory and stuff like that. I'm like that's my main hobby is probably games, but like not like games as a relaxing thing. Like I like games that stress you out. Like this week I played Agricola, Wingspan. What is that game called? Raw. Like mostly heavier games. Raw's not very heavy, but it's a little bit more intense than like, you know, flipping coins or playing war. Lamentic says, I bought a facial steamer. That's awesome. Burn your face off or cook vegetables. That's fantastic. I have this, I don't know. It's like a, I don't know what it's called. Sounds like this. I think it's like a humidifier or something. It makes the air in my room taste better. Anyway, the bells are very cowboy, or and then they go Blade Runner, then evil Rugrats. That's amazing. All my stuff sounds. It's like I try to do like Vangelis meets Ennio Morricone. That's my my jam. And Rugrats, I guess I'm not very good at piano, so end up with those diatonic runs. And Mugdruid says, hardly have time for video games anymore. Turok 2, PS2, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't play very many video games anymore either. I'm almost only tabletop now. It's like my way of interacting with my small circle of real life friends. Infected says that was a really cool improv. Thanks so much. I'm glad I didn't hit any super sour notes. I did play one note where I was looking at my hand and listening. I was like, this probably would sound wrong if I was paying attention. But I didn't catch it. Killer 7 on the GameCube. I don't even know it. I've never even heard of it. I did not own a GameCube. And Infected's gonna head to bed. Yeah, thanks for making it. Nice to have you in here. Your blueprint of 86 BPM will live on in this track forever. Have a good night. Okay, let's see how this feels coming in. Let's see if we want to mix in the Drytrons. I'm gonna pull the volume of these down, unmute them and bring them in slowly and see if I like them. Kind of cool. I'll leave them in quiet. And Lamenta says that's exactly what I've done. Add some strings, Spielbergo, Ennio Vangelis. Sick from mercury poisoning, watching 2001 Space Odyssey, tripping out, hallucinations of the Rugrats. All I have to do now is this. Right? I won't go there. I promise, Mellotron. I'll find a guitar on this. It's gotta be guitar. Okay. I guess I need the same inputs as these. I didn't plan on using this many tracks. And I'll do the dry as well. Mercury. Here's where we go full Vangelis. Or not Vangelis, Ennio. Okay. There it is, yeah. The guitar, the Tron guitar, Mellotron guitar. Listen to this. cool. And post-rock jangle would fit pretty well on this, but I promised Mercury 7 and Mellotron only, and I already broke the rules with my drum machine here. Yeah. You know what we should do is just put like all those effects you're mentioning there, the delays with dotted delays and stuff like that, on like like an instrument bus. Just go like take all this stuff, go like Waves J37, like 2 instances of it with different delay settings, just mega ultimate tape delay. Take this up a little bit, like 8 dotted and quarter, triplet, something like that. Ping pong on each of them. Just take the whole damn mix through this. It's too much. I can't handle it. But what we can handle is taking this guitar thing in here and doing something with it. Post-apocalyptic Western, hello David Lynch soundtrack. I take those as compliments. Thank you. Not quite. Try that again. What does that sound like? I don't like those notes. They're too much like... Whatever that song is. It's like too much like definitely plagiarizing Marconi, right? He's dead. He can't do anything about it. I would be embarrassed to intentionally plagiarize someone like Morricone. That's like, that guy's like a god in the composition world. Like Ennio Morricone, Nobuo Uematsu, a couple of these other like the people that like write real melodies that are like, this is like a pop melody, and somehow no one else has written it yet. Like John Williams is another one that's just like, how is that not a song already? Like every single John Williams piece, every single Morricone piece, every single Nobuo Uematsu piece, just like, what? Like, how did you think of that? It's so cool. And Lamentic says, also, dude, you all right after that front door thing? Oh, God. Am I ever? It happened again. I wish I was lying. Got the locks changed, and the door was tampered with the other night, and the key that was a key had been stolen from the lock, and they came back and tried to use the key, I think, and the key was like sort of left there, and the key that was missing from the door after the first break-in was there, and the door had been tampered with, and it looked like someone had tried to get in, but it was like barricaded and stuff like that. It was, yeah, fuck. So yeah, course of action, I don't know. It seems like they gave up because they didn't actually smash it again, but it was the same person because the key that was missing from the door the first time was there the second time. So, it looked like an admission of defeat, but, we can never be too sure. Borrow a large dog. I don't need a dog. No, I'm just kidding. I would run away before using this. I wish I could show you this rack of guitars that has a sword. I forgot I was recording. I think I don't like the guitar sound here. There's a couple of guitar Mellotron things. Oh, this is a good one. Actually. Actually. That's pretty cool. Pink Floyd. Maybe. Okay, we're gonna get this done. I've only got like 15 minutes left. This is better. I can live with that guitar part. Not quite a guitar, but still close enough for this isn't, I almost said close enough for jazz. This is definitely not jazz, right? And these, I guess, let's go to the same-ish level, 22 something. And I think that a piece like this should end with sort of a similar type of like a ambient thing as like the beginning. And let's see here. Lamentic says, whatever we're going to do is emulate the sound of a large dog barking when you're out. Have it on loop. Non-stop angry dog sound. And emulate going on YouTube to find videos of dogs barking. Vocoder thumb. Cyber dog. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. Gotta have a cyber dog. Okay. I think what I want here is to take this this one here and do like a outro. Let's do an outro. Maybe like violin and choir. Pitch down. Swell on. Octave down, reverb. Evil. Tone down. Sounding pretty cool. And I think this sort of ends on that C. I might just fade this in. Make sure I'm not recording over any of this shit. I'm down. Just like, hey, how about an outro? How about an outro that's like the length of the entire song? Nothing wrong with that, right? That's a hell of a little journey, isn't it? Why don't I do a little bit of mixing on that and see how it feels? And essentially just call that like done, basically. And Lamentic says, when you finish the stream, would you have 5 minutes to let me know what you think of the track I've just finished? Yeah, message me on Twitter. I'm going to be done with the stream at 9:30 my time, so 10 minutes or so. At this point, I'm just going to play the song back essentially once, do some mix past stuff as it plays back, and answer some questions at the end if there are any. So I'm going to get started on that now. I'll turn my mic off. turn some mixed bus processing on, and if you got questions, dump them in the chat, and the stream will be over. Let's go. Well, there it is. Didn't quite finish. I was feeling like this might add a little bit life to it. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Okay, cool. Lamentic says, I dug this tune, 4 hours of it. I'll have to release the 4-hour mix version of it. I'll actually probably put this one up on my YouTube as a finished track sometime soon. Hopefully I'll get around to that next week because I'm liking this too. And as I mentioned earlier, I don't know if anyone in here missed it, but I'll probably be doing a video series on making music like this, where the approach is more recording audio than using MIDI instruments. This is all like almost all audio items. So hopefully that's of some interest. Thinking dungeon synth on a Mellotron with like hardware reverbs and stuff sounds good. It'll be a cool video series. Anyway, thanks a lot for tuning in. And unless anyone else jumps in with a quick question, I will be, leaving for the evening. Whoops, stream starting soon. Yeah, this is pretty intense. Cool. I think that I'm happy with it, and this is the finished track for now. The headphones finished track. I always have to mix these again on monitors because headphones, can't trust them. And Gnarly Coyote says, sick track, man. Fun watching it come together. See you, dude. Flogston says, night. Good night, Gnarly. Good night, Flogston. Good night, Lamentic Villains. Good night, everyone else that's in there. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all next time. Next stream's probably on schedule Saturday. Saturday at whatever it is, 1 p.m. PST, I think. I might cancel it. We'll see. I'll try to let everyone know in advance. Anyway, thanks for coming by.